everyone, and welcome to another episode of Murrow Minutes Goes Virtual. My name is Mackenzie Johnson, and I'm the Assistant Director for Recruitment and Student Events in the Murrow College of Communication. And we're so excited to be able to welcome you back to our Fall 2021 semester. We have a great lineup of guest speakers here with us today to welcome you back to the college, introduce themselves, and at the end, we're going to do an awesome giveaway because that's what we do here in the Murrow College. So to kick us off this morning, this bright and beautiful morning, we actually have the Dean of our college here with us, Dr. Bruce Pinkleton, to give a few words of welcome. So I'll turn it over to you, Bruce.
Hello everyone, and happy week of welcome to all our Murrow Cougs. We are so excited to have our Murrow family back in person this year. While Murrow College has done amazing things virtually over the past year and a half, moving courses online, hosting our annual symposium and other events virtually, and celebrating with our graduates, we're happy to see all of you in our hallways and classrooms again. In fact, we've already kicked off our week of welcome events on all WSU campuses with Murrow programs, and we're looking forward to more great events this week. Speaking of events, I know many of you still have questions about COVID-19 policies and procedures. I want you to know that Murrow College is following CDC, State of Washington, and WSU guidelines to keep everyone safe. As things change and we learn more throughout the semester, we'll be sure to share that information with you via email and in our social media pages. We're looking forward to a great year and hope you can join us for our upcoming events. Again, welcome to the Murrow family, and as always, go Cougs!
Thanks so much, Bruce. Yes, go Cougs. We're so excited to be back in person this year, so thank you for those warm words of welcome. Next up, we have Sarah Stout, who is our Assistant Dean for Student Affairs in the Murrow College, also known as the mom of the Murrow College to many of us. So Sarah, I'll turn it over to you for any words of wisdom that you have for incoming students.
Thank you so much, Mackenzie, for having me.
Of course.
And I'm so glad to be in this space with everybody again. It's nice to be in the building and see faces and students wandering around campus. I'm really looking forward to this year. I know that it's going to feel a little bit awkward to people coming into campus and into our buildings. So as Bruce said, we are doing our best to keep everybody safe, and we want all of you to know to take care of each other and take care of yourself. And so there's things that you can do to make sure that that happens. But I'm really excited for this year. I'm honored to lead our student services team. We in the Murrow College have an amazing team, and we oversee recruitment with Mackenzie, and we have amazing academic advisors that you'll see here shortly. And then we also have a Career Ready program. And this year I'm really excited about some new programming coming forward with Career Ready, and that is our Murrow Mentor program that's going to become a first generation mentoring program, as well as a new coaching alliance, a roster of Murrow alums that give back with their time in coaching of our students. So I'm really excited about everything that we have coming towards us, and I hope that everybody has a great semester.
Thanks so much, Sarah. Wow, what great programs that we have coming up for the Murrow College. Like Sarah mentioned, we kind of have three realms in the Murrow Center for Student Success. We have recruitment and events, and then we have advising and our career services. So hopefully everyone has interacted with some component of that since you're now here on campus with us. We are going to get to see all of your academic advisors here in just a moment. So we're going to turn that over actually to Megan Starr-Getford, who is joining us over Zoom. Megan is our Assistant Director of Advising for the Murrow College, and she will kind of give you some tips as we go along this semester, and then you'll meet the rest of the Murrow advising team. So Megan, I'll turn it over to you.
Awesome, thanks for having me today. And I just want to echo how excited we are to return to campus, have you guys come back for a new academic year. We want to make sure for the advising crew that you know how to get in touch with us. So if anything, I want you to be aware of our virtual lobby. We're going to maintain that online space. So click this QR code, save it to your phone. If anytime you have any questions, go there. You're going to have the contact information for the academic advisors. Again, we're so excited to have you return.
Thanks, Megan, and it's really great that students kind of know how to contact you. It's really simple to just scan that QR code, but also all of our information can be found on our website, and again, we'll review that and share that information here in this video with you today. Students, do make sure to reach out. We are going to showcase all of your academic advisors today, but be sure to reach out to us with any questions that you have, either throughout this video, throughout the year, throughout the semester, and we'd be happy to help. So next, we're going to turn it over to Jeremy Watson, who is an academic advisor for undergraduate students as well as our graduate students here in the Murrow College. So Jeremy, would you like to share some warm words of welcome with our new students?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Mackenzie. So it was great yesterday. We got to get the first welcome back and welcome to our Murrow students with our incoming residential grad students. Great to see him back in Pullman. For everybody else, we're looking forward to having you in Pullman. And I guess my one kind of piece of advice as you're going on this is what you've been waiting for a year and a half, coming back to Pullman for class. So my advice, go to class.
Thanks, Jeremy. That is a great piece of advice. It makes me laugh because we haven't had to say that in a year and a half. But yes, go to class. Go to class. You're paying for the class. You're finally here to get to be with your peers, to see your instructors in person. Really interact with us. Come to our buildings, drop into our centers and say hi. We're so excited that you're all back. And of course, as Bruce mentioned, we are following COVID policies set forth by the state, WSU and Murrow. So we are going to keep everyone safe this year, but we're really looking forward to seeing all of you. So thank you, Jeremy, for sharing that piece of advice. Up next, we have Andrea Watson, who is the office assistant for the Murrow Center for Student Success, oversees really all of our procedures and things for us, like I said, in the center. So Andrea, do you want to share any tips or tricks that students might need to know as they come in this semester?
Absolutely, yes. So for sure, you want to get familiar with My WSU. You do have an option in there to make an appointment with your academic advisor, and to actually know who your academic advisor is. So make sure you click on the advising tab or the tile in My WSU, and you'll see your advisor will be the first thing that opens up. It'll show your advisor. You'll have a picture of your advisor and their bookings link. So make sure you utilize that, and your campus resources. You'll have a Murrow update coming in every 2 weeks, and that'll have campus resources and any up-to-date Murrow College information, WSU information, and just keep an eye on that and make an appointment.
Thanks, Andrea. That's a great piece of advice. I'm specifically mentioning the Murrow update. I know that students that are really the most involved in the Murrow College and that have really the best kind of success stories are the students that read that email. We post scholarship opportunities, internship opportunities, upcoming deadlines, fun events to get involved, ways to schedule appointments with our career advisors. So lots of good information. It's a long email, but students that read it, like I said, really kind of get involved with us and make the most of their journey here in the Murrow College. So thank you for reminding us about that Murrow update, and as well as how to schedule an appointment with your advisor. So for those of you that are returning to WSU and the Murrow College, that has changed. The appointment scheduling has changed over the summer to what program you use to do that. So be sure you understand how to do that before you register for your spring classes coming up. So make sure you understand that process. And like I said, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us as well. All right, so moving on to introducing our Murrow advising team, kind of like I said, on all of our campus locations. We're going to continue with Pullman, and I'd like to introduce next Tammy Vick, who is the lead advisor for the Murrow College here on the Pullman campus. So Tammy, I'll turn it over to you to say welcome.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited to see students back, especially our seniors and juniors. So welcome back to them, and welcome to the freshmen and sophomores that have not probably been on campus just yet. Met a lot of students this summer who've not even checked out the university or been to Pullman at all, so I'm really excited to see them on campus. My tip is to remind you that you'll need to make an appointment early. You're going to start registering for classes in November. So scheduling that appointment really early. We start making those appointments at week 2 of the semester. And again, that's through the bookings app. So we encourage you to make those appointments early. I have a really strong connection to the Murrow College. My son and my husband are both Murrow College grads, and I've been here in the Murrow College for about 14 years. So I'm super excited to see everybody back on campus.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Tammy. I'm sure it was such a transition having been here, for so many years and then going virtual and saying, this is not what we expected at all. Sure. But that's amazing. Yes, so thank you so much for sharing that. Really important to schedule those advising appointments as early as possible. We do start doing that advising for the spring semester in week 2 of this semester. So if you want to know what classes you're taking for spring, you want to meet with your advisor and get that set up, they do that in that second week. So be sure to schedule that just as soon as possible. You can meet with them multiple times. Basically what we're saying, don't wait till November, right? So don't wait until November. You can meet with us right now and we'd be happy to share all of that. So thank you so much, Tammy. Moving on, we also have with us Jessica Hernandez, who is an academic advisor for the Murrow College. So Jessica, would you like to share welcome and any tips and tricks for our students?
Yes, I'm really excited to see students. I actually started my position at the beginning of the pandemic, so it's also my first time being more on campus than usual. And my tip is to check emails. It's really important. It's not just us communicating to them, it's their peers, their professors, other campus resources and offices. So it's really important students check their email regularly. And a good tip is to also get it connected to their smart device so they don't miss out on any important information. They're getting those notifications instantly. Also check, we're going to have an advising space on Canvas that's going to be coming up. So it's important that they also use that space to be checking up any information that we may be sending. Of course, they can also be checking the Murrow newsletter that also is coming out, which just doesn't hurt to have more information and be on top of everything that's coming in.
That's absolutely right. I could not agree more with you, Jessica. I always advise students, whether they're new, whether they're prospective, students, whatever that might be, to honestly load your email on your phone. I mean, you can get those notifications and say, hey, why is my advisor contacting me? Or hey, there's an emergency alert for the smoke in the area, right? They're letting us know all of that valuable information. So I absolutely agree with that. Another tip that I add always on email as well is you can actually merge different email accounts, right? So if you don't like checking Outlook, you can merge it to a Gmail account. You can kind of decide one account that all your emails go to, and then you're not having to check multiple areas. I do that. I have lots of email accounts, and that just makes it really easy. But then that way you're not missing any of our important updates. So don't forget to check that wsu.edu email. Super important piece of advice. And then of course Canvas, we are migrating to Canvas. A lot of students have been using that already as kind of trials in the past few semesters, but officially launching Canvas for WSU this fall 2021. So all of your class spaces, if they use those spaces, will be on Canvas now instead of Blackboard. But we will also have an advising space for the Murrow College where updates will be posted. You can learn about your advisor. There will be resources on there as well. So be sure to check that out. And again, on Canvas, same as your email, you can turn on those notifications so you'll never miss a post. You'll never kind of miss any of the information we decide to share out with the group. So thank you guys so much for those tips and tricks here. Moving on, like I said, with our advising team, we actually have a couple of people joining us from our other campus locations for the Murrow College. So I'm going to turn it over to Nanette McGrath, who is in Everett and advises our Murrow Everett students. So Nanette, would you like to share some words of welcome and wisdom with our incoming Murrow students?
Yes, of course. Welcome, Cougs. I'm Nanette McGrath. I'm the academic advisor and recruiter for WSU Everett. Welcome to the 21-22 school year. I want to encourage you to be hopeful and to be driven. Everett is following standard COVID protocols, including that of Snohomish County, which is requiring us to be masked in building, regardless of your vaccination status. We have a great week of welcome planned, an event every day next week on the Everett campus. And as old as I am and have done a lot of living, I think the best advice I could share with you is to complete your degree. It will be your safety net, regardless of what kind of trials or mishaps you run into in your life, not the least of which is a worldwide pandemic where so many people lost their jobs. In your life, you probably will have 5 career jobs. You'll be further up the salary ladder if your degree is completed. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone back in person on the Everett campus, masked, next week. Go Cougs.
Go Cougs. Thanks so much, Nanette. Great pieces of advice. Again, finish that degree program. We've seen how we've had to pivot, due to worldwide, pandemic. And so I think students are really anxious to finish those degree programs and get jumping into that workforce. So that's a great piece of advice, especially for our students over in Everett, really close to Seattle and all of our West Side organizations that we interact with. So again, thank you so much for those pieces of advice. Up next, we have Katie Weibel, who is here from our Vancouver campus, advises our students on our Vancouver location. Katie, we're so glad to have you here with us. Again, would you like to share any words of welcome or tips and tricks for our Murrow students?
Yes, thanks for having me. Welcome, everyone. We're excited to have you back to campus in Vancouver. Our office will actually be a little more virtual, so you can always get a hold of us via email or phone. And so we're keeping safe distance there, but we are still excited. We have some welcome week events this week, starting Friday actually, which is really exciting. And I guess my tips would just be to be flexible this term, as you have been this past year and a half. We're a smaller campus, so feel free to stop in and ask questions, and we'd be happy to help solve any troubles you're having or questions that you have. So again, welcome. We're excited to see you.
Thanks so much, Katie. It was so nice of you to join us, like I said, and Nanette all the way from Everett and Vancouver this morning. The Murrow College does have those different campus locations, including our global campus. Our global campus advisor was unable to join us today for this video, but that is Chris Beyer, and he is amazing. Students work with him to complete our integrated strategic communication program through the global campus, which is online. So I think his piece of advice would be very similar. You know, check your email, engage in your classes on Canvas, schedule advising appointments early, and make sure and engage with whoever your advisor or student services team is on your campus. So those are a lot of members that we've met today of the Murrow family. There are many, many more, including more members in our leadership team, our business office, our associates at Northwest Public Broadcasting, our awesome tech team that's helped put together this production today. Unfortunately, we can't introduce everyone, but it was very nice, I think, to kind of see the face of the advisors and the people that you'll be talking to the most, I think, especially for these first couple of weeks of classes. So speaking of people that you're going to run into very soon, I'm very fortunate to have with us one of the Murrow ambassadors for the fall 2021 semester, Olivia. So Olivia is here today to talk about what we have going on for Week of Welcome on the Pullman campus. I know Nanette and Katie kind of talked about some of the Week of Welcome events that are happening in other campus locations. Global Campus also has events as well, so be sure to check out their website. But we also have our big Murrow Week of Welcome event this Thursday, so I'll turn over to Olivia to talk a little bit more about that.
Awesome, yeah, this Thursday we have our Week of Welcome event here in Gertzen, our newest building for the Murrow College. It's from 2 to 4, and there'll be lots of giveaways, there'll be ice cream. It's a great chance to meet a lot of great people. I met my really good friend here at this event, still friends to this day. It's great, lots of, like I said, fun giveaways, and you get to hear about more clubs and everything. You get to meet all the Murrow ambassadors, which are just a great resource to have. We know a lot about stuff, we can point you in the right direction, answer all your questions, so it's going to be a really good time.
Fantastic. Yes, I'm so excited for our Week of Welcome event. It's finally in person. We've done Week of Welcome virtually. It's a little bit more challenging when there's a couple hundred people on Zoom, but here we're going to be right in the space, right here, the Gertzen Atrium out on Thompson Flats, our patio. Hopefully the smoke allows us to be that way. But yes, our Week of Welcome event is this Thursday. We hope that everyone can join us, faculty, staff, students, our grad students, anyone from any other campus locations are certainly welcome as well. But like Libby said, a lot of great stuff lined up, but really just a chance for you guys to meet each other in person, see your other Murrow family Cougs, but also your professors and our leadership team. They'll all be there to answer your questions, and it's a great time to get some of that information. It is required for our new Murrow students on the Pullman campus to attend this Week of Welcome event because your advisors will be speaking to you just for very briefly in one of our classroom spaces just to give you an overview of what you need to know before the first day of classes. But don't worry, we'll give you lots of fun giveaways in order to make up for that, as well as give you popsicles and all sorts of free food and good things after that. So be sure to join us. We're really looking forward to that event. One other event I do want to advertise here while we've got our ambassador here with us is the Murrow Involvement Fair. This is an annual event that we put on right around the start of the fall semester, where we have all of our clubs in one location. So for students that want to get involved, hence the name Involvement Fair, can come to one location and talk to any club in the Murrow College that they're interested in, get the contact information, and set up a way to get involved with them. So that is going to take place on Wednesday, September 1st from 3 to 5 p.m. in this space right here, Gertzen Atrium. We'll set up tables, we give away free pizza, so that's free food for you. And then also for the first 100 people that show up to this event, faculty, staff, students, whoever that might be, we're giving away the Murrow Family t-shirt. So for those of you that have seen our white t-shirts, we'll be wearing them this Thursday at our Week of Welcome event. It says Murrow Family, established 2008. 2008 is when we became a college, so it's a really, really great item to wear to show off your pride for the Murrow College. So between the Week of Welcome event, our involvement fair, getting to talk with your advisors, we have a lot of great stuff coming up. We know that you're excited to get back to classes, maybe a little overwhelmed being back on campus, but we're here to help and we want to meet you and engage with you, so be sure to connect with us. Last piece of advice that I'll kind of give before we close out and do a fun giveaway is we actually have, again, our ambassadors here for the Murrow College. We have what we call Murrow Minutes. So this video series is called Murrow Minutes Goes Virtual and was created during the pandemic when we could no longer do our drop-in hours, our student drop-in hours. But now that we're back in person, our student drop-in hours are called Murrow Minutes. They take place right here in Gertzen, room 117, Wednesdays from 3 to 5 all semester long. And students can come in and talk to other students, our trained ambassadors with any questions that they might have about being a WSU student, about Pullman, about Murrow, and we're here to help. So be sure to drop into those hours if you're not sure where to go, and we can help you with that as we kind of get going along in this semester. But finally, next what we have is a really fun giveaway for all of you here. So for those of you that are watching the video being released today, what we hope to do ultimately is have you send an email to the email address that I'll give out in just a moment, and you'll win a bag full of Murrow swag. Stadium bag, mugs, pens, you name it. It'll be full of Murrow gear plus a Murrow family t-shirt. So for whoever can answer what year was the Murrow College established, I've already mentioned it in this video, but for those of you that can answer with the correct answer and send an email to comm.murrowcollege@wsu.edu, that's COMM.murrowcollege, one word, at wsu.edu. The first person to send that correct answer to that email will connect with you to get you a bag of awesome Murrow swag for watching this video, sticking with us, and engaging with us already at the start of this semester. So be sure to jump in on that email, get that fun prize. Other than that, it looks like you've met all of our awesome Murrow family, also all of our Murrow Cougs that, again, you'll be interacting with here pretty shortly. But to interact with all the rest of them, attend your Week of Welcome events, attend your classes, check your email, and as always, go Cougs.